Okay, some of you folks requested a video on how I like to sharpen my knives on a belt sander, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Bark River Knife and Tool Bravo 1. This knife is literally hair splitting sharp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a stone here and I'm going to dull the edge. Yeah, I know that's painful and makes a lot of you cringe, but everything will be just fine after I get done. Okay, this knife is extremely dull. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this camera set up here. And safety first, glasses. I'm going to show you what's going on. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with 150 grit. This is a great grit for raising a burr, and by that I mean you're going to literally create a burr. I'm going to sharpen on one side, it's going to put a burr on the other side. What that's going to do is that's going to remove the outside layer of the damaged steel and carbides, and it's going to get at that underlying layer, and which is going to be the layer you want to refine and sharpen. So here we go. Okay, you don't want to spend a lot of time at the tip because excessive heat will build up, but I have a burr on here. It's going to be very difficult for you to see, but you can hear it. My nail is actually flicking a burr on the other side. It's a pretty substantially nasty burr on the one side. That's what you want to start off with. Get a good sized burr, and we're going to start refining this edge now. I'm going to go to the other side. If you can see it, I've got pretty uniform contact on the blade. That's what we're looking for. Same kind of contact all the way up. Now I'm going to go to 240 grit. What this is going to do, it's going to refine the burr a little bit more, and it's also going to take the scratches out of the blade that I just put in with the 150. You want to keep looking to make sure you have a burr on. You raise a burr the entire length of the blade. You don't want to have any dead spots where there's not a burr. That means it's not going to sharpen up the same. Now for you folks that I've actually done work for on their knife edges, this is exactly how I do it for you. So you know how sharp they are when you get them back. This is all there is to it. This is 400 grit right here. Now I can touch any part of this edge, any part of this blade. You don't want to build up excessive heat. The key is to having a good sharp cutting belt and not a lot of pressure. You don't want to build up heat. This burr is getting smaller and smaller as we speak. It's getting thinner and more refined. You can almost flake it off right now. It's so work stressed. And that's what we're looking for. From the 400 grit, I'm going to go to 20 micron. I have no idea what grit this is. I think it's about 600. But this is more of a polishing grit. Okay, this edge is starting to get kind of like a satin mirror finish to it. It's really starting to come along nice. The burr is almost completely removed. What is actually left can actually be flaked off with your fingernail right now, but we'll just let it come off naturally. I'm going down to 9 micron right now. 9 micron, again, I have no idea what grit it compares to, 1,000, 1,200. I just know it works. Now, if you're religious about maintaining your edges, you won't need to start with anything more than less than 9 micron. But because I started with a worst case scenario, I had to go all the way down. That's what's taking extra time. This is a leather belt now. This says black compound. I get black and green compound from Derek over at knifeshipfree.com. This is a polishing compound and refining compound. Works exceptionally well. Now I'm going to put the finishing touches on the edge, and what little remaining burr is on there, it's actually get wiped off with a leather belt. Don't need a lot of pressure either. Now, for all intents and purposes, this edge is done. But for those that want to take it to the next level and get that spooky, scary sharp, we go to the green compound. This knife is extremely sharp right now. If I get a really thin piece of paper here, this is very thin paper. This will shave newspaper, and it'll shave arm hair without any problem. No pressure at all. This knife is extremely sharp right now. That's what we're looking for. Hope this helps.